that the work that I do has on people at the end of the day, right? So what I think about the work that I did with refrigeration and how transporting vaccines is a critical thing to be able to help people just, right, be healthy. Seeing how the products that you work on impact everyday people's lives at the end of the day was something that always kept me inspired. And the closer I am to the customer, the more inspired I get every single day. I think that's a really critical thing for me that keeps me going, is to see people happy, smiling about something that we may have impacted. And I think jet engines, that's kind of a next level, like, even my fiance's stepdad, he loves jet engines. He's not an engineer by any means, right? But this guy gets so excited about jet engines, and I think it is so cool that I can sit down and talk to him about it and teach him these things as well. And these are products that I actually get to work on at the end of the day. The way that we do it.
That's awesome. Great. Well, why don't we head back to our interactive sites, and we're going to see if anyone has any other questions before we conclude today's STEMExplore virtual field trip. So let's head over to Hartford, Connecticut with the YWCA at Windsor High School. Do you have any questions out there?
Question. Question? We have a shy group.
That's all right.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I can't even see your faces on the screen, so it's totally okay. If I see you on the street, I won't know that you were the one that asked me the question. So don't be nervous.
Do you use a Swiffer?
So I did for a very long time until I moved in with somebody. And now she is, obsessed with a different product, and it hurt me and pained me a lot. But I wanted her to be happy with how our floors were clean, so I gave up on that one. So I do not use a Swiffer, but every time I go into the store, I look at them to check out the new design. We do still use a Swiffer duster, so I've won on some fronts.
Nice.
So cool. All right, YWCA, do you have any other questions? And I just want to remind the viewing audience of how you can submit your questions. If you're watching on YouTube, you can use that chat. And on STEMexplore.org, simply click Submit Questions, and that will send you to a Google form. We do have a question before we head down south to D.H. Conley. Is there any risk to using carbon dioxide or CO2 as a refrigerant?
Ooh. Realistically, no. I mean, I think as long as you're using the product safely and the way that we advise you to use it, there's really no risk. It's better for the environment, and a lot of times it's actually a better refrigerant, so the product works more efficiently, especially in refrigeration applications. So there's no risk. You just have to listen to the instructions on how we provide our equipment and making sure that you're following those.
Great. All right, YWCA, last chance. Do you have one last question for Ciara?
Do you plan on staying with United Technologies, or do you have any future plans that will benefit you as an engineer?
That's a great question. Can you repeat that for us a little bit closer to the microphone?
I think so.
Do you plan on staying with United Technologies, or do you have future plans that still involve engineering?
Did my boss put you up to this? Did he write you? I plan on staying with United Technologies. I think I never know what my future holds, but my full intention is to stay with UTC. It sounds so cliche and so ridiculous, but I really do love working for this company. There's a great opportunity to have a diverse set of products to work on. I mean, you can have multiple careers within UTC. And I think that it's a company that really supports your lifelong learning. So if I got bored doing one aspect of engineering, I might be able to just go take a position somewhere else in the world or somewhere else in the country and go work on a different product set. So when I leave this job, I probably won't go back to Carrier. I might go work on jet engines. I might go work on elevators or what have you, right? So there's a large opportunity for me to be able to find something exciting within our products, no matter what it is. So, but you never know. You never know. I can't predict the future, right? So,
great. Thank you for that. That was a really good question. That was wonderful. Really great questions, everyone. So YWCA, we're going to go for you one last time. Any other questions out there?
Any other questions?
What?
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
What
Well,
has been your favorite product you've worked on so far?
Oh, that's a good one. What has been your favorite product to work on so far?
So I in my previous role, I had an amazing leadership team that really supported me with opportunities to kind of test out new ideas that I had and some of my colleagues had. So one thing that we worked on was a solution for maintaining the temperature of food when it's in delivery. So when you look at some places around the world where food delivery is becoming more common, you kind of want your food to either stay cold or hot, right? When it gets to your doorstep. So I had a really great time speaking with customers to understand what it was that they really wanted out of that product. What was it about, how do we measure what food quality is, right? Customers can kind of say, I like this food or I don't. You can't really tell them they're wrong, right? So how do we find a product that would objectively kind of tell us that we were actually successful as well? That's one of my favorite projects that I've worked on, and mostly because I got an opportunity to really hear firsthand what people wanted and what would help them help their business, and help make their businesses a little more efficient, more effective, and actually turn that into a product itself. And I wouldn't have been able to do that without the bosses that I had in that role, supporting me and kind of letting us run wild with our ideas at times and seeing where they might go.
Awesome. Great questions, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. And a big thank you to you, Ciara. This was absolutely wonderful. Thank you for joining us today. And I'd also like to thank the STEMExplore partner sites one last time, and especially those sites that were live and interactive today, our friends at Love a Sea Turtle, as well as our friends at YWCA Hartford. So great questions, everyone. Good job. So be sure to tune in for our upcoming virtual field trips. STEMExplore will continue to bring relatable voices in STEM careers tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern with Carlene Polk, a geologist with the Bureau of Reclamation. We will also host 2 virtual field trips on November 1st at 3 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. Eastern. We're excited to speak with May Doricott and Amanda Hodo, both marine biologists who have taken very different career paths. For more information and to register for these exciting virtual field trips, visit STEMExplore.org. Click on the Live Events cabinet or the Virtual Field Trip tabs on the left. Our events will run through December 2018. And just a reminder, November 6th is Election Day, and we want to see you at the polls. If issues such as climate change and environmental sustainability are important to you, be sure you are registered and exercise your power and right to vote in November. Again, thank you so much. You can follow EarthEcho and all of our exciting programs on our social media channels, as well as on our websites. And thank you again so much to our wonderful STEMExplore mentor, Ciara Poolman, and to United Technologies for their tremendous support. And on behalf of EarthEcho International, thank you all again so much for joining us. We hope to see you soon, and we hope that you have a wonderful day.
Bye.